Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is August 28th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's take a quick look at these charts and see what we see. Let's go to this quarterly chart. And what we see here on this quarterly chart is still green. We are still have that higher low and that higher high. And we still got like a big top at the top at this time above and yearly R1. So we're still looking okay at this time. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, what we see here on this monthly chart is still green. We're still above the 9-10 moving average. We're still above pivot. We still have higher lows and a higher high at this time. With a little bit of a wick actually forming at this time at the top and I have this indicator where I think this marker in the market where I need the market to get above for me to think the market is bullish and really ready to take off and break all-time highs at this point. Just letting you know what that is, and that's what I see there. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, this is where we're beginning to really see something that's happening at this time, and that this market really is not doing too much of anything. It may even be in a little downward trend at this time, because since our previous all-time high, we've gotten lower lows at this time. We got a lower low, but this one is not quite as low. If you look at that, I'm going to go ahead and change this up and just show you. The low on this first candle is 762.04, and the low on this candle is 762.08. So it's 4 cents higher than the previous low. So we don't have quite a lower low. So us ultra bulls, that might be all we need in order to say this market is ready to turn around. But not me at all, because what I see is a downward trending channel at this time. So I would continue on any long-term things. I would continue selling my calls, continue being a little bearish in this market, slightly bearish, and being okay with selling things. The VIX hasn't been as high as I would like it to be at this time, so it's really kind of hard to really get into the whole sell side and the whole bear side at this time for me, based on what I'm seeing at this time. But with only a few more days left in this week, what I do see is that we probably will stay above pivot. Come next month, we might end up opening up below pivot. This is our pivot point right here. So we might end up opening below that, and if that happens, we might end up coming down to this level here and getting the bounce. And that will get us back down to this level right here where we broke out at, and giving that the test that we really haven't had yet. Test that level, then this market may be ready to take off. We just kind of have to wait and see what actually happens. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. On this daily noise, what we see here, it wasn't really a bad week this week. We had option expiration last week, which is this red dotted line right here I like having. Because a lot of times this is what you see. You see the market kind of sells off a little bit afterwards because they need to get back in, and then you see a little trend to the upside. Verify, basically, if this actually really happens for all of you. I see this at times, and I'm seeing it this past week. So again, not a bad week. It does look like the market may be trying to turn around, but there's that but. We got up into this sell area here on this sell candle up in this area, and we got a pretty good push back down here come today. It also lined up with our resistance 1 on these weekly pivots, and it made for a pretty good trading for today. That's all I really can say. Come to next week. What do we see? Maybe next week we're going to be opening up very close to pivot to see if we can get above pivot and stay above pivot, and see if this thing can actually make some highs. But we also see here is that even if we do get to an R1 level, we will not be breaking all-time highs. So again, this market is in an area where it's kind of like struggling at this time based on what I'm seeing. We did start out below pivot this week and all here on this Monday, and we did end up finishing above pivot. So that's a good sign to say that this market is trying to go higher, but it's having a hard time. And it got into this whole sell area up here, and it ended up pushing back. So I don't think it's quite ready based on your trading plan and your trading strategy. Just trade accordingly. It is look like it is trying to turn around, but it is definitely struggling. Higher lows, higher highs on the daily. Let's just see what's going to happen. Again, that's pretty much it. That's all I have at this time. I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. This is Right Side Trader. Talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.